I'd like to talk to you about commodities. We invest in lots of different asset classes. We're much more than an equity house. And commodities go beyond just gold and silver. And there's a theme in commodities that we follow, and we invest in different ways, not just in different items. And one of the themes that we've been following is the commodity theme. And there's an ever-growing population, so demographics is destiny, and the ever-growing population means there's greater and greater consumption of more and more items. And those commodities are in limited supply on the planet. And as man has got more and more efficient at extracting commodities, the price of those commodities has often gone down. And with the emergence of China, and China's basically been going through its industrial revolution, and China has required more and more of the commodities on the planet. And it's a natural growth in commodities. So as we get tighter and there's more control and there's more oligopoly on the production side of commodities, we're seeing commodity prices rising. So there's a belief that commodity prices are likely to rise faster than inflation going forward. And remember, inflation is the big enemy that we're trying to defeat. So we want to be in assets that are growing faster than inflation. And commodities are that. Rather than invest directly in the commodity, like we do in gold, we wouldn't want to be in a gold mine, because miners will mine, and most of the profits they make from mining, they put back into the life of the mine and the life of their jobs, etc. And the shareholder is there to fund the life of the mine. So compared with other investments, gold mines are not a particularly attractive commodity type of thing for us to be in. But there are new commodities coming through, like with EV, battery elements, there's lithium, which we are invested in. But beyond that, there's also other commodities. Copper is very important into the electrification. And right now we think copper is in an inflection point where there has been a lot of supply, and there still is quite a lot of supply, but demand is escalating, and supply is not growing to the extent that, and not going to grow. So supply will grow, but supply is not going to grow to the extent that demand is increasing because of electrification. So there's a key commodity that we think is going to increase significantly in the future. And the gearing ratio from the miners in copper far outweighs the element that concerns us about miners, and that is miners will mine. And outside of the bulk commodities, there's also agricultural commodities. And agricultural commodities are quite interesting. There's a limited amount of land space. And one of the technologies which hasn't been spoken about enough is that the yield per hectare around the world has been growing way beyond what people would have thought over the last 20 years. But there's a limitation to that, and the populations are growing. So agriculture, and more importantly, trying to get into, and when you go mining, rather sell shovels to the miners than own the mine. In the agricultural space, we're playing the agricultural commodity theme by being in those stocks which are enhancing the yield per hectare, which are in the food chain, which are protecting the crops and crop sciences. So we have quite a few stocks in the portfolio which are on the agricultural commodity side. And so we balance out, if you add them all together, we end up with quite a big weighting in our portfolios in commodities, because we believe in the demographics, we believe in the technology, we believe in the demand structure, and we understand that supply is limited.